Hello friends, welcome to the Masters predictions for 2026. It's been a long time since I kind of felt the need to sit down and do a predictions video, kind of looking back at just how many contenders there are, looking at the leaves in the springtime blooming before our very eyes. It just felt like the right time to, kind of weigh in on what was going to happen this year. And boy, do we have a tournament like no other this year. So, kind of going back to who is not at the Masters this year, which would include, for the first time since 1994, Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson both will not be at Augusta. We have Rickie Fowler, who was unable to qualify, did try his best to get in it, but was not able to, and as Tony Finau as well, who will not make an appearance this year at Augusta, I'm sure, along with many others. And last year, we were treated to one of the best tournaments that I've seen in some time, with Rory McIlroy becoming Masters champion, winning the green jacket, winning the Grand Slam, winning his first major since the 2014 PGA at Valhalla. And that was just an incredible victory, the way he bounced back after tribulation with the beautiful shots, the shot into 15 for eagle, and then he would miss the putt in regulation to win a short one, but then he came back in the playoff and was just spot on and won it, and also becoming the first European to win the career Grand Slam. Just amazing stuff from McIlroy. Do we see a repeat performance from McIlroy, or do we see somebody else? So it seems like in recent years, the best Masters have been in odd years. I don't know if that's some kind of, call it a hypothesis. We've got 2025 and McIlroy, 23 with Rahm, facing Koepka down the stretch wasn't too bad, and Matsuyama in 21. The ones I really have in mind are 19 with Tiger Woods, and 17 with Sergio Garcia, also defeating Justin Rose in a playoff. Whereas we've seen 24 and 22, 20 Scheffler winning in 22 and 24, and in 20 Dustin Johnson kind of winning in a rollaway year there, with COVID forcing the Masters to be a fall finish for the first time in history in November. And it had kind of a different feel to it. Beautiful fall field, but a different feel. And do we see Rory winning again? It's definitely possible. Rory has been very consistent. We know how difficult it is to win back-to-back green jackets. We know that Spieth was on the precipice of that when in 2016 a couple of chunks into the Rays Creek at number 12 kind of ended his chances at a green jacket, and with a 7 on the 12th, and eventually Danny Willett claimed that victory. And then before that, the last back-to-back winner we saw was Tiger Woods, 2001. Sorry, I'm getting back to the past. 2001 and 2002 Masters champion in Tiger Woods. And before that, we saw 1989 and 1990 Nick Faldo. Of course, other players who've done it would be Jack Nicklaus in 65, 66. But it's been a while, and I don't know if it's super likely for McIlroy to win again this year. So don't think that I'm going to select McIlroy. You have some other guys playing really well right now. There's a long list. Let me get to the big names first. You know, Bryson DeChambeau is twice won on the LIV Tour. He's had a fifth and a sixth at the Masters the last couple of years. Obviously struggled in the final pairing last year against McIlroy, but we've seen, you know, when you get inured to the hardships, then sometimes that makes it, the struggle makes you come through, kind of like McIlroy in a way. And Rahm also had not done much, but he won on LIV earlier this year, and he won the Masters in 2023 and the U.S. Open in 2021. Obviously, he's somebody to look at. Ludwig Oberg, people talking about him a lot. He's not really been seen as a great closer. He's struggling, but ball striking wise, he's just been amazing and racking up the top 10 finishes this year. Justin Rose, you can't really look past Justin Rose even at the age of 48. You know, sometimes you wonder in your heart, how many chances are you going to have left at a green jacket? You never really know, kind of like Norman and the white, the flowing golden hair, right? The shark. Is this really my last chance? Have I just given away my last chance, or do I have more chances in the future? You know, you wake up one day and you realize it's probably all behind you, but in the heat of the moment, you probably think you have many more, at least a few more. And I know Justin Rose is going to feel that way this week. He's in the field this week. And he won the Farmers Insurance Open earlier this year by a record number, and also lost in a playoff last year. Of course, he's worked really hard to keep his body and his mind in good condition. We know that it is possible to win at that age. Phil Mickelson did it at 50 years old. Tom Watson came oh so close to it at the age of 59. To do it at Augusta, though, it would be a record, as Jack Nicklaus, the oldest at 46 to do it in 1986. Do we forget about guys like Xander Schauffele, who came back after a rib injury and, you know, he struggled a bit, but he seems to be in fine form and also putting up very good numbers. Chris Gotterup, he's the only two-time winner on the PGA Tour this season, but he is making his first start at Augusta National. How much belief do you have in a first-time player at the Masters to get it done? Last first-time winner to win at the Masters, Fuzzy Zoeller in 1979. There's your champion. You know, won in a three-way playoff that year. You can't look past any of these guys, I guess, is really what I'm saying. And how far back do you go to say, well, there's no chance of this person winning anymore? You know, it's really hard to say. I do believe, and this is just kind of a gut feeling right now, there's lots of players in this fight. But I do believe with DeChambeau winning twice on LIV, with back-to-back 5th and 6th at the Masters, I know that he wants this tournament more than anything, and this is about more than anything else. He's not necessarily the guy that I would root for, but it would be cool to see Rory put the green jacket on DeChambeau, and I do just have this feeling that is the outcome of the 2026 Masters, with Bryson DeChambeau winning a third major, winning the Masters. I do feel that this course suits him well. I think that he's learned how to dial back in certain circumstances. It's a good mix of the overwhelming power that he has and the short game touch, which I think he's a little underrated for. So I will be back and I will talk through round by round, give you round by round breakdown. Obviously, DeChambeau may miss the cut. Who knows what's going to happen? But it's going to be a great Masters nonetheless. And I look forward to going on this journey with you. I appreciate it. Thank you.